Hey kids, thanks for tuning in. This is Mrs. J, and today we're going to look at how to create a crankshaft with a little handle and place it inside our box and animate it. So let's take a look here. Open up your Automata box. Don't be slow. There you go. I'm going to make that piece. So I just made a copy of one of my boxes. It really doesn't matter which one. I did right click, make a copy, but you could just open up the one you have. And then I gave it a new name. If I can find it. Final box. Okay, so you can just open up the one you have it open, and you're good. Zoom in. I'm gonna close this data panel so I can have more space. Inspect. You can change your diameter here to anything you wanted by changing your original sketch. But I just want to do inspect to get the diameter. Mine is 0.26. For no particular reason other than the little piece we're using in school, the physical piece, is 0.25, so I figured it would fit in there. Okay, so 0.26, I just wanted to know what size that was. So now I'm going to create a new design. You can either come here, but I'm going to go up to the plus sign. Easiest way to go. Start a new sketch, and it would just easier if you make it over here on this, what would be the right side sort of view. So if you look up here, see the right side. So this axis right here, it's Z and Y, and it just makes the axis go the right direction, but it really doesn't matter. You can always rotate. Okay, so click on there, create a circle, and we'll make it the same size. You just make it the same size as whatever hole you have on your box, and you're good. There we go. Zoom in a little bit. Use the pan tool, and finish your sketch. So I always call this extrude, but it's also known as a push-pull, another name you just might need to know. I'm going to go isometric by clicking on the house. Remember, the house disappears when you don't use it, so when you hover, it comes up. Test questions. And then we're just going to extrude this. I'm going to pull it about, I say 6 inches is good. You can modify this later, and then when you go back to your box and update, it'll change automatically for you. So you can change it to whatever makes you happy. Okay, click OK. And then we'll zoom out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to add the little handle on the end there. For this one, this is fun to do. Click on the origin, come over to hit escape on my keyboard. Hit escape. You got to be in the regular mouse pointer. When I hover on the different axes, I can see what's going on. So take a look at this because you'll need it for your test. X, see the blue line popping up in there at the right side, the left side of that handle. Y, going up. Z, that's your 3D, right? But I want a plane. So I got X, Y, Y, Z, and X, Z, and Y, Z. I'm going to use X, Y because it cuts my plane. If you started on a different one and when you hit X, Y, it's not going in this direction, just get the one that goes through yours. It looks like it has to go through slicing, right? And then I want to click it once and then click Create Sketch. You can also do that backwards. Create Sketch, click X, Y. Either way, you're good. Okay, so now I want to zoom in over here on the right side and click Slice. This gives us a section view. Your object is still intact. You're looking at the inside. It has been sliced along that plane. I'm going to drop in a circle in here. I'm not going to constrain it. I'll call it 0.2. You can go a little larger if you want it. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to move it over to the end. Keep it on that red dot. As long as it's not touching anything, you can put it wherever you like. You can move it over, whatever makes you happy, however you want the look to be. So I just have it here. It's not touching any sides. Finish my sketch. Okay, let's get isometric. I would like to go back to a view I can actually see. And we're going to extrude or push-pull again. Okay, so when I click on extrude, I've got to find that. Sometimes it gets it automatically, sometimes you got to do it. So now we want to not just go in one direction, we want to go in both, so we have a handle. Let's come over here, direction, one side, two sides, symmetric. Symmetric means you're getting the same size, left and right. Two sides means you're going left and right, but you can choose the sides you want. So it could be different dimensions, and that'll be on your test. So I'm going to go 1 inch because it looks cute. You can do whatever makes you happy here. Don't worry about that. Make it look nice. You say, oh, it's red. Red means you're cutting off the material because it's inside a material, so its instinct is to remove material. But we want to actually add. So hit join. It's underneath my picture there. I apologize for that. I don't know if I can get it. Can I go down? Yeah. Okay. Click join and then click OK or enter, and then you're good. Okay, so we've got to get a good grip on adding color. You can either hit A on your keyboard and it will pop up the dialog for appearance. That's the fastest way to go. Or you can come up here to, oh look, I didn't save when I started. Gotta save it because, you know, the internet goes out, you're done. Right click on what would be the name of your component and click appearance. So you've got all these to choose from. Physical material, appearance, texture, map, controls, properties. This is where you're going to be looking at all the information you need when you're taking your test. Properties will give you density and volume and all the test answers. Okay, appearance. My ear is ringing. Are you talking about me? Waiting for the dialog box to pop up. I'm on the school Wi-Fi, so. Okay, I'm going to pause my video. That pops up. I froze that too. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, it was over here under the corner the whole time, but I couldn't see it because of my recording software. It's over here. See appearance? Okay, so now you come down here and then you can search what you want to use. There's a lot to choose from. Be prepared to play with this. Lots and lots of choices. You can choose whatever makes you happy here. During your test, they'll ask you to pick a material. So you've got leather, liquid, metal, mirror, miscellaneous, other, paint, plastic, stone. It goes on. There's lots more, fabric, glass. Be prepared to have a list of what you've got to follow on your test. So I'm going to pick metal, and I'm going to pick blue for no particular reason. There you go. Suits my mood. Close my appearance box, and let's save. We're forgetting to do this in class. Internet goes out. And crankshaft. I'm going to call this 2 because I made a couple to practice. Save. Okay. Looks like my video is not working. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. So now I want to come over to your final box. Open up your data panel. It's up on the top left. Looks like a Rubik's Cube. And get that open. Now you're waiting for your crankshaft. It depends on your internet. It's either going to be right there when you get there or somewhere in your Automata toy, or you just have to refresh up at the top there. Refresh, 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 and then just click on it, drag it in. Okay, so our first instinct is to move it and place it and put it perfectly. And wouldn't it be great if it worked that way? Because that's what everybody wants to do, and just like, hey, move it in its place. But we don't actually need to do any of this. Just leave it wherever it lands. It's good. Hit OK. Just wherever it comes in, leave it. Okay, so we want to go to joints. So you can either come up to assemble and click joint, or J on your keyboard. That's what that means. Click J. I'm going to close my data panel so I can have some more space. I'm going to orbit. The orbit tool, bottom left, looks like this. You need to know what it looks like for your test. Forgive me. Okay, and now I want to do a couple things. I want to grab the end of the crankshaft, the very end. Be careful that you're not clicking on other pieces while you're moving, use your mouse to move. Grab the end. And then I want the end of this. Again, you're going to get, it's a hole. You always get 3 places in a hole to move. So get the outside edge. Click there. But we also need motion, which I already have set because I did this before. But come over here, see position, motion, click that revolute, and there you go. And that, if you come back around with your orbit or just hit your house, isometric view in the house, remember that? And you drag, it goes around. Orbit tool, come back. Actually, you don't even need to do that. Come in here and right click and do animate joint. Make sure that works. So much easier than Ventor if you're in my 10th grade class and you've done this before. Hands down, easier. Okay, thanks for watching. Save your work, update, save, do all that good stuff. Bye.